Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and today I'm really excited to talk about this movie. Been wanting to rewatch it in order to do a review. Wanted to show it to my mom. She really liked it, and yeah, I love this movie. Today we are talking about Enough from 2002. It's a film, a drama thriller starring Jennifer Lopez, Billy Campbell, Juliette Lewis, Dan Futterman, and Fred Ward. Now, this is the story of a woman named Slim who gets married to Mitch, who she thinks is her dream man, her dream husband. Love at first sight kind of thing. And then years later, after they have a daughter, they have a house, something changes. He becomes, abusive. And she basically ends up running away with the daughter. And it's basically just the story of them running away from him, and eventually she ends up having to fight back. So, you've probably seen this type of film before. I can't think of one to compare it to at the moment. The only other thing, my mom said Burning Bed from 84 with Farrah Fawcett. That was a TV movie. It's technically Lifetime's first TV movie. I don't think it wasn't on the Lifetime movie channel or anything. It was just a TV movie. But I do agree, it is a bit Burning Bed. But yeah, this is just a really well made, stylish, well acted, well produced, well shot, well scored as well. A drama thriller about a very real world issue, which would be domestic abuse. Now, with something like this, I am glad that it isn't. The back of this does. Jennifer Lopez delivers an electrifying performance. I agree with that part. I'll get to performances. As a new breed of action hero. In director Michael Apted, The World's Not Enough, I'll get to Michael Apted. Harrowing, high-style thriller hit. Now, other summaries call this an action thriller. It is not an action thriller. There are a couple scenes that are technically action. There's a car chase and there's a fist fight. That's about it. For the most part, it's running, it's driving, but not really car chases. It's more just a drama. The first half of it is more of a drama and the second half is more of a thriller. It's one of those. Excuse me. But yeah, it's just mostly this woman trying to protect her child from her abusive husband. And yeah, very simple, rolls with the simplicity. It's definitely works in its favor. It doesn't try to get too convoluted. The reason I'm wearing these is because in the movie at one point she's wearing these types of things, and sorry, it keeps focusing, and she ends up fighting him. But yeah, just I'll get to the acting. Jennifer Lopez does a great job. I haven't seen her in a ton of films. I've seen her in this. I've seen her in Selena, which she was good in. The Boy Next Door, directed by Rob Cohen, who did Fast and Furious. I think that's an okay movie. She's better. She's good in that. She's way better here, but she's good in that. And Lila and Eve with her and Viola Davis. She's proven herself to be a good actress, and I do think this is the right material for her. Billy Campbell as the husband. He's a bit over the top, but I think for what they were going for, which was something that people could relate to, I think the over the topness kind of works in the film's favor. My mom was saying maybe Billy Campbell and Noah Wyle should have had their parts switched out with each other. But yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I'll get to him in a second too. But yeah, he worked well as Mitch. Juliette Lewis is Ginny, who is Slim, or yeah, Slim's friend, who works at the diner with her. Juliette Lewis is an actress I've always liked, ever since Natural Born Killers, California. I think she was in that movie Nerve. I think she played a sister or mother of the main character. I don't remember too much about Nerve. Maybe I should rewatch that. But she's proven herself to be a good actress. She works in the part. Dan Futterman as Joe, who is like a former flame of Slim's. In his words, they broke up because he wasn't that good in bed, which I found funny. But yeah, he was nice. You could tell there was some chemistry between him and J-Lo. Fred Ward is Jupiter, who is supposedly Slim's long-lost father, that she ends up asking for money because Mitch ends up freezing all the bank accounts. He does good here. I do wish he got to be in the film more. I kind of wish he had a hand in the climax. That could have been cool. Noah Wyle as Robbie. What do I say about Noah Wyle? I don't hate him. That's not it. I'm just thinking because maybe he was just miscast. I don't think I buy him as this like nefarious guy that would like trick women into having sex with him or whatever. I don't buy it because he looks so innocent. You know, he's one of those guys, if you look him up, he's this guy. Shit. It's kind of hard to see. But like, he's one of those guys that kind of just looks like he wouldn't even hurt a fly. He was in the Librarian show, or not Librarians, the Librarian movies, which were kind of Indiana Jones TV movie type things. He was in Donnie Darko. Like, he's been around. But yeah, I just think he was miscast in the role. They should have picked someone different. I can't think of who I'd pick. But the pros of the movie. The performances, pretty much all the performances, except for Noah Wyle because I think he was miscast, are all pretty good. The film runs at a good pace, even though it is 115 minutes. Being close to 2 hours, it can be hard to keep up the pace if you don't keep stuff happening. It's a good thing that I got into the characters, so I never really felt bored. The score by David Arnold, who I'm guessing is doing this because he also worked with the director Michael Apted on The World Is Not Enough, which is a Bond film. One that I think is pretty underrated. I should get back to doing the Bond film sometime. Maybe I should restart it and do it from the beginning so I could do longer reviews on all of them. But yeah, the film looks really nice. I think the budget of this was around like $25 million or something like that, so a mid-budget. It looks really good. I liked how the film ended. I thought it was very satisfying. I liked how she got her... I liked how the villain guys come up, and that's not a spoiler, it's a thriller. Let me get to the cons. There aren't that many. The wigs. The wigs that... J-Lo for most of the movie is wearing wigs. And only one time in the movie is it specifically shown that she puts on a wig. The other times it's like her hair after being married. Like in the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's her actual hair. The rest of it's wigs. And some are very obvious. There's this one right here. That's very obviously like a bad wig. I kind of wish they had like made that a plot point that she's wearing wigs. It would have made more sense. But yeah, Noah Wyle, he's another con. I think he's miscast. I think he's a bit too pretty for this type of role. I do wish sometimes when Billy Campbell is being a little over the top, I wish he would have toned it down a bit. I wish Bill Cobb's got more to do. He's only there for one scene. Sorry about that, I hit my mic. He's only there for one scene, and I kind of wish he was in it more. But, I guess they wouldn't want to make the movie too long. But, trying to think of what else. There were some scenes where there was like a scene where Slim was dreaming, and then the camera panned up to a mirror and you saw Mitch, and then she woke up. But that didn't make sense to me because she didn't even open her eyes and see him before she woke up, which would have made more sense. It doesn't really need to be there in the first place. There are some scares that really don't need to be in the film. But for the most part, I was just having fun, enjoying myself, enjoying watching this character's journey through, like, trying to protect her daughter from an abusive husband, abusive father. But yeah, like, if you're into this type of thing, if you're into, like, I hate to make this comparison because people will think that I'm shitting on it, but Lifetime movies. If you're into Lifetime movies, if you're into that type of thing, I'd guess, like, the main, like, age range for this film would probably be, like, well, first of all, women, but, like, 30s to 50s, maybe? Like, moms. I feel like moms would enjoy this film. And I think this would be, like, just a good, like, movie to, like, get you kind of pumped, kind of, you know? But yeah, it's just, I don't know what else to really say about it, other than Michael Apted, the director of this. I do like this director. He did a Chronicles of Narnia movie. Huh. He directed Gorillas in the Mist, Nell. Gorillas in the Mist with Sigourney Weaver about Diane Fossey. Nell, starring Jodie Foster. Coal Miner's Daughter with Sissy Spacek. Thunderheart with Val Kilmer. World Is Not Enough, James Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan that I think is pretty underrated. Unlocked was a pretty underrated action film with Noomi Rapace, Orlando Bloom, John Malkovich. It had a pretty good cast, and the action was well done. I really like Noomi Rapace. And he did a film series called 7 Up, where it's like he interviews 7-year-olds at first, and then he kept going until like 63 up. Like every 7 years he goes back and interviews the ones that he can. I don't think he's done 70 up yet. 63 up, yeah, 63 up was 2019, so it'll be a while till 70 up. But yeah, I really want to check those out. Some of them are pretty long, but yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a talented director, and I do see a lot of that talent here. But yeah, if you see this film anywhere and anything I said interests you, then go ahead and check it out. I think it's definitely worth a look. And I guess that's it. I am Movie Reviewer Next Door, and see you later.